really struck me yesterday when I started watching this programme, it's in two parts. So it's when the murders happen in the 70s, and then I thought it was the 80s, but they've all got mobile phones, so it must be the very late 90s, and when the case is reopened. And it was fascinating for me, who's grown up in a digital age and an age of DNA and forensics, to watch policing in the 70s and policing in the 80s.
I was in the police in the 70s.
So, I mean, there must have been a purity to it, because you had to do it in terms of brain power, hard work, elbow grease. And yet when the forensic developments came in, that must have been... were you suspicious of it? Did you trust it right away? How easy was that transition?
Well, I joined the police in 1977, and I was in CID in the early 80s, and I worked in murders and other serious crime, and I look back in these cases and think, I wish I had DNA then.
Yeah.
And I think for the victims, we didn't know what was around the corner, and that is something that, it's changed. They didn't have it, and we've got to remember, because I do a lot of independent historical reviews looking backwards, and that's what this series drama's about.
Yeah.
And no, it's anything that can help investigate crime, but when you look back at some of the cases, and some of these old cases feature in the makings of a murderer, or speak about them, and you've got to remember they didn't have the technology that we have nowadays, and that is the thing. So it's moved on, and the other part to it, and we found this with the Operation Anagram, Peter Tobin looking back at all the different missing people throughout the UK, was that people would disappear and they wouldn't take DNA from them or from the families, so we were trying playing catch up, because they didn't know what DNA was. They didn't know it. So I have the benefit of just what you're saying. I was in the police in the 70s, I know what it was like, and then when I left the police in 2011, it was very professional, and it's even more professional now. So yeah, it's a benefit that I have got, that I've been around so long. Yeah. Dinosaur detective is the word sometimes I call myself.
Don't call your next show that.